Good afternoon, sir. Can I see your license and registration, please?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Gresham, for someone who carries a gun in a lot of jurisdictions, that would be the perfect way to handle it. How are you, Tom?
Miles, this is the thing that people ask me about all the time, and I know they do you. I'm driving along, I've got my permit, I have my gun on, it's a traffic stop. What do? There's got to be right ways and wrong ways to do this.
Well, first, next time, wait till the officer tells you to take the seatbelt off.
Or you can get a ticket for that, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Here's the deal, Tom. You really have some conditional branching going on there. In 50 states, we've got a 50-piece patchwork quilt of laws that govern this. Some states, Arizona, Texas, Michigan, you're required by the law to advise any officer you have business contact or professional contact with that you're carrying.
Right.
The best way to do that is exactly what you just did, the permit and the license together. The reason is the old advice of tell the officer, I've got a gun, is going to have a very negative effect.
What's your reaction if I
Me
got
too.
a gun? Yeah, not good.
The other problem you've got to worry about, particularly in a night stop, you see the veteran officer come up that you're going to have a conversation with.
Sure.
And you don't realize his nervous young rookie just out of the academy has come up the other side of the car, and all he hears is the word gun.
Okay.
So your best bet is simply handing over the permits together.
All right. Now, if the officer asks me to get out of the car, how do we do that?
If the officer's asked you to step out of the vehicle, everything has changed. It means that either there's been some careless operation of the vehicle, and there is probable cause to believe you may be driving impaired.
So if you ask me to get out of the car, I'm probably going to say, officer, I am carrying, I have a permit, I am carrying. How do you want me to proceed?
The sequence I'd recommend would be, certainly, officer, however, I'm licensed to carry, I do have it on. Tell me how you'd like to handle it. Certainly, officer, you're beginning with compliance and deference to the officer's authority.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
he does not know who you are, and he can't see that halo over your head that you know is there.
I know I'm a good guy. He doesn't know it.
They still aren't teaching telepathy in the academies, Tom. It's an amazing thing.
Okay, so I'm asked to get out, and I'm going to get out.
I'm licensed to carry, the operative term is license.
Right.
Car carrying, good guy, and no scary G word that frightens young policemen.
Okay.
I do have it on. You're being totally upfront and compliant with the officer. And finally, you end as you began. Tell me how you want to deal with us, and we have total compliance.
All right.
Now step out, and we'll show you real quick what we'd be looking for. I'd want the hands to stay in sight. Sir, tell me where your weapon is.
It is on my right hip behind this vest.
Okay, place your hands flat against the windshield, please. Do not move. The officer will remove and secure the weapon. Now, that often does not happen. It's the officer's judgment. Most of the time, if I have no reason to believe there is any risk, I'll simply say, certainly, just leave it where it is and don't put your hands near it. Some officers will choose the option of controlling the firearm until they know things are squared away.
And people need to understand that this is not something personal about them. It doesn't mean you're a bad guy. The officer just wants to go home safely each night.
It's the nature of the job, my friend.
You bet. And then probably the officer is going to say, go and sin no more. Very good. I think this is one of the things that people really want to know about. And it's actually simple if you use common sense.
Understood.